stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man, be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Again, we're back, and we're now going to be entering the next segment of today's program, which is glimpses of the glorious past on this day, 26th of June. During the presidential address to Nithyananda Satsang, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, reveals about the sacred secrets about Ayurveda and Siddha medicine and the demystifying the concept of pain.
Today's subject, perfect health. First, I'll say a few words. The revelation I had about pain, then I'll give you some of my understandings about cleansing process as per the Ayurveda and Siddha traditions. In India, there were two great medicinal traditions evolved. In the Ganges civilization, Ayurveda; in Kaveri civilization, Siddha. First, I'll reveal some of the important truths about the pain. Please understand, there is no such thing as unbearable pain. First, you need to understand, your personality is like a two-color clothes are stitched. Consciousness and body. For example, I'll give the color maroon for consciousness, white for body. The maroon cloth and the white cloth is joined and stitched. That is what is your personality. Pain is nothing but one stitch, thread breaking. Please understand, the maximum pain you can go through in your life is nothing but one stitch breaking. When consciousness and body get stitched, that is the maximum pain. See, actually when you connect two objects which can't be connected, naturally both goes through a tremendous pain. It's a literal stitching. I can say that consciousness and my body is stitched everywhere, every inch. But only one stitch where the two bones are there, only that place, that stitch has been broken. How can that broken one stitch can cause more pain than all the stitches? Understand? Connecting and living with the body is more painful than any pain you can go through in the body. Any pain which can be caused in the body is nothing but one stitch breaking. What happened actually? One stitch where my consciousness and the bone was connected, at that place that stitch got disconnected, that's all. That cannot cause more pain than a million stitches I am having. See, all of us are having 1 million stitches. I'm just giving an example, at least 1 million. With consciousness and body, 1 million stitches. In that 1 million stitch, at the most, when you are in the body, 3-4 stitches can be broken. So there is no such thing as unbearable pain. It is just a word. I was looking into my own hands. Actually, yesterday I went and doctors removed all the bandage. They said that they were surprised the way it is getting healed. And they said that within 1 week they'll remove the stitches also. I'm able to do all my movements completely. The hand is back to bless people. And yesterday when they opened, and it's just a nothing ordinary plaster they put. Plaster means just a sticker, nothing more. Just so that the water and dust will not settle on the wound. That's all. Other than that, they removed everything. They said next week they will remove the stitches also. So when they removed, I was just looking deeply into it. I wanted to know what is exactly going on inside. That one stitch which got broken during the fracture is getting restrung, restitched. That is what is actually happening. But we human beings do not have passions to look into it. When you have passions to look into it, you will understand that one stitch which is happening, like that all over your body, millions of stitches are already there. You forgot you are nothing but millions of stitches between consciousness and matter. That is why one stitch broken in the matter has matters so much to you. If you understand, you are nothing but a consciousness and matter stitched in millions of places. Even if one stitch is broken, you will understand, hey, how can this be unbearable pain? Please understand. Millions of people suffer with the word unbearable pain. I have seen, because I am handling every day thousands of people coming with pain, idea of pain. I can tell you from my experience now, what was going on in me. 1/10 of that experience, even if that happens in people, they start rolling on the ground. Oh, unbearable pain, I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh, I am dying, I am being this. No, I don't want to tease when people are in pain. But I want to make fun of people who are in suffering, who create suffering. I saw very clearly in that one place where the fracture has happened, in that place, the consciousness and the body got disconnected. That's all. So now that reconnection is happening, that restitching is happening. That's only one stitch. There are millions of stitches all over the body. Then, can there be any more pain than assuming and living in the body? No. Living in the body is the most excruciating pain. Any pain you go through in the body is only 1/1,000,000th of the original pain. I do not know whether I conveyed it exactly as the revelation happened in me. Your body is like imagine your body as a cloth tie stitched with kavi and white cloth. Kavi is the maroon and white cloth. Maroon is the consciousness and white is your body, matter. There are millions of stitches with which both are attached and your body is functioning. Any fracture you go through is only one stitch breaking, that's all. Only one stitch broke, that's all, nothing else. If you understand your consciousness and body is put on it and millions of stitches are made, One stitch breaking will not be a pain. It will not be a pain. It is not that I am insensitive to what is happening. Please understand. I am not insensitive to what is happening. I am not naming it wrongly. Actually, the whole night I am not sleeping. But don't think I am having pain and rolling on the bed. That is why I am not sleeping. No. I am just relaxing in samadhi and seeing the whole process happening. From this point to this point, full speed, they are getting back to their original state. I can see, now I can heal thousands of people very fast because so much of healing energy is radiating through this hand now. For this hand to get healed, tremendous pressure of healing energy is working, expressing. That's why I decided from today I'll start the Sarvadarshan. Because I am seeing very clearly through this hand the intense energy flowing. To heal this hand, it is flowing. Naturally, that will heal any number of people. I was just seeing. A normal man will name the same action as an intense burning, excruciating pain. All I am doing is I am not naming it. I am just enjoying it. Come on, it's our body. Let's be friendly. Do what needs to be done. That's it. I can tell you, friendliness with the body can teach thousands of things. When you have burning all over the body, sit with it deeply. What is exactly happening in me? I saw very clearly in the initial level, as if this end to this end, the process was going on. And I looked in, narrowed down, it got zeroed in. Just on one point where that fracture is getting mended, where the fracture is healing. I could see very clearly where the fracture is healing, that in that spot, that process is happening. I thought, oh God, that's all. Nothing else. There is no such thing as excruciating pain. Another one thing, your body has an intelligence of automatic anesthetic quality. I saw very clearly, it automatically makes all other parts unaware. It has its own inbuilt system of anesthesia. Shows very clearly, life is compassionate to you and your individual personal experience. Meditate how your whole body is stitched with consciousness. I can tell you, thousands of pains, unnecessary sufferings you go through can be drastically healed and reduced, cleared, meditating on all the points where your body is stitched with consciousness, awakening those points is what I call Kundalini awakening. Then you will realize when you are embodied, that is the most crucial, excruciating pain then any other fracture can happen. Any disturbance can happen to your body. Meditate on how many parts of your body is stitched with consciousness. I can tell you millions of points. Your body and consciousness is stitched internally and externally, layer by layer by layer. Contemplate on that. Meditate on that.
Here we have glimpses of the presidential address on 26th of June 2012. And here in this satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on the science of the Nirahara Samyama. He explains how we build up hundreds of patterns and unnecessary sentiments related to food. We relate with food, associate with it prestige, and carry deep fear planted in us from society, fear of starvation and death. Maybe we can remember when our father instilled in us to eat everything on our plates. Our grandma, out of her expression of love, continued piling more food on the plate. Many of us would have heard at some point, how will you make money to buy food? The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism offers us a way to free us from these patterns through the beautiful Nirahara Samyama. He is making the science available to all of us, unlocking the bio-memory each of us carry to live from the air and sun.
इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूं. Before entering into the satsang, Nitya satsang, today I wanted to say a few words about Nirahara Samyama. Please understand, come to the space of listening. You have something called muscle memory, means your basic habits, way you respond, way you like things, way you hate things, way you are addicted to it, or way you are allergic to it. All these, please listen. There are some things you are addicted to, there are some things you are allergic to, some things you like, some things you hate. All the memories you need to live this life stays with your muscle memory. It stays in your muscles. That is why if you touch the live wire, electricity, even by mistake, automatically your body jumps out. Medically, you call it instinct or whatever names you may give. That component which has the basic survival instinct and all the basic knowledge you need to run this life is muscle memory. It stays in your muscle memory. The language you learned and the way you respond to situation. Some people can tolerate anything but can't tolerate if their ego is hurt. They will tolerate anything, but they can't tolerate if their ego is hurt. Same way, there are some people, they will not bother about their ego, they can tolerate even if their ego is hurt, but physical pain they can't handle. All these patterns are in your muscle memory. All these patterns are in your muscle memory. Listen. But there are higher intelligences which you learned in your past lives. Ability to fly like a bird, ability to swim like a fish, ability to live underwater, ability to produce food directly from the air and the sun rays. Please understand, I am talking, knowing I am talking in a national TV. I am talking responsibly. I am not promoting any superstition. All these powers are in your biomemory. Ability to fly like a bird, ability to swim like a fish, ability to live under the water like a tortoise or crocodile, ability to produce food directly from air and sun rays, just like trees. All these abilities are there in your biomemory. Then you may ask, do you mean to say we can fly? Naturally, I'm going to say yes. With the right technique and process, if you awaken those biomemories, you can do. But as on now, I have not successfully proved any technique or process which can make anybody fly. So once I establish, I'll teach the science till now, but I'm able to comfortably, very successfully make at least few hundred people live without solid food, some people even without anything other than water, just on water and air. By the divine grace, I received the techniques and process to activate your Kundalini to such level, Kundalini energy to such level where people can comfortably, without disease, that's the main thing, without tiredness, without fatigue, comfortably able to live quite a long time. I have Niraharis who are successfully living that as a lifestyle for more than 10 months. They're going to be completing a year, 1 year. Many of them have taken up this lifestyle. Many people in my ashram do off and on, doing Nirahara. Understand? That is why I am sharing this process, this technique with you. I tell you, it's a successful process. It's a successful technique. Your biomemory, which carries the intelligence to produce the food directly from the space, from sun rays and air, is possible. The next question comes, why I should do this? I am not that poor that I don't have food. Why I should do that? I am rich enough to eat. India is suffering with the swing of pendulum. Please listen. When a society or civilization suffers with utter poverty, they don't have money even for food. If they have suffered, the moment they get the money, first thing they will do is eat till they become obese. Means by eating they will die. Because their pattern is the fear, without food I am going to die. That pattern will leave so much of incompletion. Just by eating they will die. I tell you, the whole India, especially the middle age and younger generation. When I say younger, I'm telling my age. Okay. See, the 30 to 50, that group remembers their young age. All Indians, if you are between 30 to 50, you remember either your parents or when you are born, that time we suffered even for food. How many of you remember? Raise your hand. How many of you say your family had suffering even for food at some time? I will raise the hand. India, now only India is moving from that zone to the money is available for food, that zone. That is why we are suffering and we are going to suffer with obesity. I tell you, one of the worst predictions which is going to become true for India, I am making is India is going to suffer terribly by obesity, just like USA. Maybe little worse than USA. Because our food was designed for hard work. Now we are going to eat and not going to work. Our food is designed for hard work, rice, wheat. All these are designed for hard work. We are going to eat, but we are not going to work out. That is the biggest danger. And one more worst thing, we are not health conscious. In India, including body, everything only breakdown maintenance. After it breaks down, we will plan for maintenance. There is no preventive maintenance. In mechanical engineering, these terms come. Preventive maintenance and something called, I think, running maintenance and breakdown maintenance. In India, everything, whether it's a road or a bridge or a vehicle or a machinery or a body, Indian psyche is like that only. As long as it runs, run. When it breaks, then we will see. When it breaks, let us see. I know one Swami who used to be 130 kg. I used to tell him, Swamiji, you should do something, go for a walk. He used to tell, what is there? It's okay. I used to tell Swamiji, it will lead to unnecessary heart problems. He was already having diabetes. He used to say, no, if something happens, then we will see. But unfortunately, he had a sudden heart attack and died just at the age of 60. 60 is not the age to die. He died. Wall Street Journal also says, obesity is seen as India's economy grows. We are going to suffer obesity. Listen, because we saw money just now and we suffered lack of food, the fear of poverty, fear of no food for quite a long time. The stories of fear of no food, quite a long time. Obesity is going to be epidemic in India, I tell you. Obesity is going to be epidemic. We may think, no, I have money. Why should I do this? Why should I not eat? Listen. Food is not just related to your body. Along with food, you built hundreds and hundreds of patterns. Love is associated with food. That is why every social function in India, social gathering in India, first thing, food is sharing the food. And sumptuously, varieties. I just get frightened about the feasts. No, really. When people call me for feasts, I shiver literally. Oh God, one more person is going to torture me. No, really. The pattern of food. Food is unfortunately associated with love, and it is so unfortunate. Feeding is shown as a symbol of love, because in India in those days, that was a very rare, food was a rare commodity. When I say those days, I mean the period of Mughal and British ruling, not before that. When we were ruling, we know. When Vedic rishis were ruling, Vedic tradition was ruling, we know. Annam Bahuguru Veda. We know how to create food and share food and how to remain niraharis. Food is associated with love. There is so much of sentiments associated unnecessarily with food. When you become nirahari and break the pattern of food, first thing happens to you is you break all those patterns which tortures you. Society controls you with food. See, when you are young, if you don't want to listen to the ways of the society, first thing, what parents will tell, what family will tell, how will you eat? If you don't work, if you don't listen to the society, you won't have food. Because everyone wants to throw everything of the society and go away to forest and live on their own. But first question, where is the food? All right, because of the fear of food, once you start saying, okay, then over. You are bulldozed and road is made on you. They lay the road. Food is such a sensitive component of human life. It is considered as the symbol of prestige, symbol of love. There are multiple things associated with food. I tell you, we eat everything other than food when we eat. Because there are so many other things associated with food, only that goes inside. The way we cook, when the prestige is associated with it, all high rich items, which brings you the rich man's diseases. Diabetes, sugar. And same way, when it is associated with the love, then naturally the person has to feed you large quantity. Only then you will be made to understand he loves you so much. Now, whenever I go to any feast, one, I am afraid of the amount of the food they serve me and the varieties. Two, I am more afraid of the way they serve me and their expectation of how I should finish everything served. Especially most of the devotees have the habit of literally living with me in their house. They have either my photo or the deity, in front of which they put varieties and varieties. That's always a safe method. You put it in front of my deity and you eat. I have no problem. But when they expect this physical body to Eat the whole thing. God. I tell you, almost 4 years, 4 years in my 10 years of public life, 4 full years, I was tortured by the feasts. Only one fine morning, when doctors warned me, I put my foot down and said, no more going to devotees' houses. No question of eating anything devotees bring. Even after I stopped going to devotees' houses, they will bring it from all the way, and in the Sarvadarshan they will stand. Swamiji, I myself made, eat little. And that will be 20 bucks per day. Even if I taste all the 20 bucks, what will happen to my body? Oh, it's big. Only then I put my foot down very clearly. Anything devotees want to give, please send it to the temple. Anandishwara will not have any problem. 48% of the Indian population is overweight, and in that 48%, majority, I can say almost nobody does any exercise. 34% of them live a sedentary lifestyle. 51% of the population is physically unfit and suffer from various diseases related to food. Diseases which caused by food. 33% of the Indians need to consume medicines daily. 26% of the people are hypertensed and having blood pressure. 30% of the people have bad teeth. 17% has diabetes. Sorry, 17% suffers with acute diabetes. 31% suffers related to disorders of digestion of food. God. Food is associated so much with love, other emotions. If somebody snatches your plate, that's it. Your Kundalini will go in wrong direction. It will go down instead of going up. Now, how you behave, you don't just eat food, you eat so many things associated with food by society. Prestige, love, because of prestige, good quality. When I say good quality, I don't mean healthy. What you think as costly food. Many times, because you pay more money, don't think you get quality product. Unfortunately, in human mind, cost is associated with quality. They think if you pay more money, it's a good food. No. Junk also is sold for high price because of the publicity, advertisement costs. What you think as good food but not healthy food, when you make the pattern of eating that, because food is associated with prestige, then because it is associated with the love, you eat large quantity. Neither your wife who serves you or the mother who serves you reminds you, no, enough, stop. No, 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 no. It is love. Please, oh my son, eat little more. Oh my daughter, eat little more. Oh my dear, please eat little more. I tell you, the wife who does not stop husband's eating is killing the husband. Maybe she has a purpose. No, the mother who does not stop the son eating has a purpose. And in Indian society, it is also inauspicious if you tell somebody, enough, don't add more. best way of taking revenge on somebody is dump the food. And also there's a habit, food is God, so you cannot waste it. If you waste outside, only food will be wasted. If you put it inside, food and the system both will be wasted. If food is God, your body is also God. What about that? So that is why you think, let God be with God. Now, too many things are associated with food. Food has become too loaded idea in India. Food is not just left to be a food. And many times, see, all our pleasures are just to prove our powerfulness. When you give 50 items and serve, it's like you show, see how big guy I am. What I can do? Do you see? When you do Nirahara Samyama, the right kriya and process, and awaken your bio-memory's capability to produce the food directly from air and space, first thing will happen. All the psychological patterns you carry, mental patterns you carry, sufferings related to food will break. That's the first thing. First thing, break patterns related to food. आप में मसल मेमोरी नाम की एक महत्वपूर्ण चीज है. आपको कुछ चीजें पसंद है, कुछ आपको अच्छी नहीं लगते हैं. ये स्मृतियां सभी आपके में मांसपेश में बसे हुए हैं. इस जीवन को जीने के लिए जो भी आवश्यक है, आप हर स्थिति के प्रति कैसी प्रतिक्रिया व्यक्त करते हैं, ये सभी मूल विचारधारा आपके मसल मेमोरी में है. किंतु अपने पिछले जन्मों से आपने उच्च शक्तियां भी हैं, जैसे उद्यान बारने की शक्ति, आकाश से जीव ऊर्जा उत्पन्न करने की शक्ति. सही टेक्निक से जब ये शक्तियां जागृत किए जा सकते हैं, ऐसी एक शक्ति है बिना काके भी आकाश से ऊर्जा उत्पन्न करने की शक्ति. इसी शक्ति को जागृत करने की टेक्निक ही निराहार संयमा है. फिर प्रश्न ये उठता है कि इसकी क्या आवश्यकता है. खाना केवल आपके शरीर से संबंधित नहीं है, खाना के साथ कई मूल विचारधारा संबंधित है. इसीलिए हर त्योहार, हर दावत में पहले बहुत खाना परोसा जाता है. ये दुर्भाग्य की बात है कि खाना बांटना प्रेम का प्रतीक है, गौरव का प्रतीक है. आप केवल खाना नहीं खाते हैं, उसके साथ आपके विचार में संबंधित प्रेम, गौरव सभी को आप खाते हैं. जब आप निराहारी बनते हैं, पहले आप उन सभी मूल विचारधाराओं से पूर्णत्व करते हैं. ध्यान से सुनिए. पंछी की तरह उड़ने की क्षमता, मछली की तरह तैरने की क्षमता, मगरमच्छ या कछुआ की तरह पानी के अंदर रहने की क्षमता, भोजन को सीधे वायु और सूरज से उत्पन्न करने की क्षमता, ये सब कुछ आपके अंतर उपस्थित है. इसी क्षमता और शक्ति को बायो मेमोरी कहते हैं. निराहार संयमा से या बायो मेमोरी को जागृत किया जा सकता है. Understand, with this nirahara samyama kriya, first thing, you will break all the psychological patterns related to food. You will complete all the incompletions related to food. Because society started controlling you in the young age based on food. How many of you remember? It is based on food. You are forced to go to school, go to job, do many things which you don't want to do. Raise your hand, let me see. Yes, even I can raise. With that pattern only, my parents used to always try to keep me in the house, because I want to run away at the age of 12 itself. And I did. When I was 12, I ran away. Just few months before I met the person who brought me back. I ran away to a place called Vadalur in Tamil Nadu. There is a great saint, Vallalar. Because the family always used to talk about food. If you run away, if you become sannyasi, what will happen to food? What will happen to food? I know one place in Tamil Nadu where they give food every day without missing. That's Vallalar's place. I heard about their Annadana. I thought then I won't have a problem about food. I'll go and stay there and do my spiritual practices. I ran away. Finally, even then where I ran away? I ran away to a place where I am given food regularly. So understand, even when you refuse to go to school, they tell you, if you do not go to school and study, you will not have job, you will not have food, you will have to beg for food, you will die without food. So you have to study, settle down in a job to earn and eat. To settle down with the ways of the society, the first thing fear created in us is food. Once you bend for that first weapon of the society, uses to term you over, then all the other weapons are thrown on you. And the first weapon society uses to control you is food. Understand, because of this reason, every one of you will be carrying some or other incompletions with food. You need to complete that. You need to complete that. Nirahara Samyama is the spare space for completing all your patterns with food and awakening the extraordinary biomemory ability to produce food directly from space and ether and air. ध्यान से सुनिए, आपको अपने नियंत्रण में रखने के लिए जो सबसे पहला शस्त्र समाज उपयोग करता है, वह है काना. वह है काना. आपको अपने नियंत्रण में रखने के लिए जो सबसे पहला शस्त्र समाज उपयोग करता है, वह है काना. It is food. It is food which is the first and foremost, pattern and incompletions you will be suffering with. So for Nirahara Samyama, first thing you should start doing, all the food related incompletions you carry in your life, complete with them. Complete with Annapurani. Understand? Complete with Annapurani. Complete with all the patterns created based on food. And do this kriya Nirahara Samyama Kriya, naturally the Nirahara Samyama Kriya will awaken your biomemory to produce the food directly from space. I do it very systematically, scientifically proved, valid method, step by step. First, only the solid food is removed from your life. You are brought to liquid diet. Then slowly, the liquid is reduced. Continuously you are medically observed. Only then, after a thorough medical observation, maybe after 6 months, you are allowed to live as Nirahari. You are initiated into Nirahara. So it's a 4-level process. First level, 2 days, just 48 hours you try. Second level, 7 days you try. That 7 days level only, all the food related patterns will come up. Irritation, agitation, feeling poor. I can't even eat or what. Then why should I work so much? I went to the Swami, he made me not even eat. Hatred related to food, everything will come out. If you can continue to complete with all that and stay in your decision to awaken your biomemory. The third phase is 11 days. You will almost cross psychological components and incompletions related to food. Psychological patterns and incompletions related to food. Then, Samyama, the 4th level, your biomemory will be awakened to be without food. Your biomemory will be initiated by proper kriyas to directly assume, directly create energy from water and sun, space, nature. Then you will be able to live this lifestyle. From July 1st through Sadhana TV and Lotus TV, I'll be teaching the science of Nirahara Samyama and the Kriya. I've developed a special Kriya for Nirahara Samyama, which you can be doing. खाना सबसे मौलिक विचारधारा है जिससे आप अधूरापन और अपूर्णत्व को अनुभव करते हैं। यह निराहार संयम क्रिया के द्वारा खाने के साथ पूर्णत्व स्थिति को लाइए। अपना आप अपने घर में रह के केवल साधना टीवी के द्वारा उपस्थित मेरे हर दिन का नित्य सत्संग को सुन के इस क्रिया में भाग ले सकते हैं। हमारे अगले निराहार संयम क्रिया जुलाई 1 तारीख को आरंभ हो रहा है। निराहार संयम आपके खाने से संबंधित सभी अपूर्णताओं को पूर्ण करने की शक्तिशाली टेक्निक है और निराहार संयम आप में असाधारण शक्तियों को भी जागृत करता है। अन्नपूर्णी के साथ पूर्णत्व कीजिए। खाने पर आधारित सभी अपूर्णताओं से अपूर्णत्व कीजिए। अन्नपूर्णी के साथ पूर्णत्व कीजिए। खाने पर आधारित सभी अपूर्णताओं से पूर्णत्व कीजिए। ध्यान से सुनिए। इट इज इंटेलिजेंस इन योर सिस्टम, इंटेलिजेंस इन योर बायो मेमोरी, It is your birthright. That's all I can say about Nirahara Samyama, the essence of today's satsang. Nirahara state is your birthright. Food is not your birthright. Now I am seeing government passing a law, right of food bill. I tell you, right to be a Nirahari is your birthright, not just food. The science of Nirahara should be taught to every one of you guys. निराहार संयम में पहले केवल आप द्रव पदार्थों का सेवन करते हैं, पहले केवल 2 दिन निराहार संयम का अभ्यास किया जाता है, फिर 7 दिनों का अभ्यास किया जाता है। इसी समय आप में विरोध भावना जागेंगे। इसके बाद 11 दिन का अभ्यास होता है। इसमें आप सभी मनोवैज्ञानिक अपूर्णताओं को पूर्ण कर सकते हैं। चौथा स्तर है दी संयमा, जिसके द्वारा आप में जीवन भर निराहारी बनने की शक्ति जागृत हो सकती है। I have done enough of medical research and documentation on the science I am talking. Nirahara Samyama, even people with so many diseases got healed completely. Anemic people get healed by not eating. Can you imagine? Gastric trouble gets healed by not eating. Stomach ulcer gets healed by not eating. Of course, obesity getting healed is usual. Many things which you think will be aggravated by not eating as per the allopathy completely gets healed by this Nirahara Samyama, because it is done with a proper kriya and right context, right understanding. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share, and explore in eternal.
In the year 2014, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued the Digvijaya in the Tondemandala Adinam, Tondemandala Kingdom, and consecrated places of Leela Kshetras. Following this event, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism addressed the Tondemandala Samarajya Mantri Sabha Samalanam, congregation of the Council of Ministers of Tondemandala Kingdom, on the strategy to revival of Shaivism by establishing more Kailasas in the Tondemandala Samrajya. Here we have glimpses from 2015 of this day. And here in this short but sweet satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism invites all of us to enjoy his breathing space.
नित्यानन्देश्वर सदा शिवसमारम्भा नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Nitya Satsangis, Shri Mahants, Mahants, everyone with my love and respects. Actually, my system is completely getting ready for the initiation from July 1st. Usually when the system is getting ready for initiation, it goes through its own rhythm. Means it sits up when it wants, it walks when it wants, and it lies down when it wants, and it eats when it wants. Usually 2.5 days it takes whenever this next level preparation happens. So I saw from yesterday it started. After I announced, it started. So one thing I can be sure, it will be a big blast. It will be almost like Sadashivoham free. So don't miss this 9-day Shaktipada, the program. You would have seen now in the Nithyananda Times, one of our Adinavasi rolling the coconut on the floor. So actually that is when the power starts. Then cracking, then healing. The Shaktipada program, whoever is coming, I'll make sure at least 3 powers you manifest very solid. So actually purpose of power manifestation is to make you more and more integrated to the life. I really did not think even half an hour before that I will be able to come and sit here for the satsang. Rudrabhishekam was too beautiful. And these fellows have showed in drone. It was such an ecstatic scene. So body automatically fell into samadhi and it was preparing. And you guys are going to have 21 initiation in that 7 days. July 1st to 7. July 1st to 7th, 21 initiations. And this batch Inner Awakening participants are very fortunate. You guys are going to have 21 initiation in that 7 days. Body is ready for the 21 initiations. That's 7 days. And the Shaktipada program is really going to be amazing, extraordinary. I have some special gifts also for you guys. Unique spiritual alchemy products getting ready. And if you are an Inner Awakening grad, don't miss. Be here. Actually, today I didn't think I'll be able to come and sit for the satsang. It's only the usual power of integrity automatically brought my body and put me on the throne seat. I said, all right, anyhow I came and sat. So I'll tell whatever I wanted to say. And I'll just spend a little time with all the Adinavasis and Inner Awakening participants. It is like this high energy zone can be used very beautifully for initiation, Shaktipada. See, In this high energy zone, if any mantras are uttered, it will penetrate you like a needle and get into your system and get into your biomemory and bioenergy and become reality. Because now my prana is very powerful. Please understand. Power of your prana is power of your health, power of your life. Few days before I was telling, in 11 dimensions of the universe, the forms I use is different, the names I use is different, the language I use is different, but the breathing I do is same. The inhaling, the air inhaled now goes up to Kailasa, Bhur, Bhuva, Suva, Tapa, Satya, crossing all the lokas, goes up to Kailasa and takes a turn and comes back. When it is very powerful, the mantras released through this breathing gets into your system so deeply, awakens your system so powerfully. It is like the moment the sacred syllables are given, immediately it becomes part of your cognition. So now the breath is so intense, the prana is so intense. Let's not waste this moment. Let's use it for beautiful initiation. Please sit straight and close your eyes. If you have eye band, tie the eye band. Otherwise, it's okay. You can just sit straight, close your eyes. I'm going to use some of the mantras of Ashtakanma, means the 8 powers. So it will immediately start manifesting in you. The Ashtakanma initiation based on Bhuvana Vidya. There is a Vidya called Bhuvaneshwari Vidya, Bhuvana Vidya, by a great, from a great Sri Vidya Sampradaya, Sri Vidya tradition. So I'm going to initiate you into those sacred syllables. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, Sadashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained the power and importance of maintaining integrity with the morning spiritual routine. In all the Veda Agamic traditions, only 3 things are universal and recognized as sacred: Om, the cow, and practicing the morning spiritual routine. Not only tunes the body to radiate superconsciousness, it is also the fuel to reach the abode of Sadashiva himself.
Nithyanandeshwara Sadashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Adishakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shrimahans, Mahans, Tanedar Kotari, Sarvangyapeta Yajamans, everyone sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, two-way video conferencing, having Naina Diksha. Cities sitting with us, long list. So I welcome all of you for this living Shuddhadvaita process, living Shadashivoham process. Today I'll explain alchemical transformation need to happen in our system. Listen. Due to your food, entertained depressive thought currents, cherished incompletions, the first damage you do to you, disturbing the biological clock. Cat, dog, cows and calves in our Goshala, chicken and hen in our Gurukul, birds, everything. See, the moment sun is going to rise, Brahma Muhurta, all of them are up, alive, jumping, running around. Only human beings. Our biological clock is beaten left and right. Instead of going towards the superconscious breakthrough, it is falling down lower than the animal structure. Understand what kind of a biochemistry you enjoy while you are in the body. You will create, manifest the same kind of a biochemistry for the next Janma. If sleeping is your greatest pleasure, be very clear, next Janma you will only be buffalo. Balasans, few of them. This all-time great sleepers. If you don't transform, get ready to live as buffalo. Because if you are enjoying that, you will only plan for that kind of a body. You'll say, oh, human body is too much responsibility. Morning they are putting me in Gurukul and waking me up, and I have to go for yoga and satsang and puja. And human body is not at all for me. Best is buffalo in a remote forest where I don't need to get up. I may have to get up only for eating. Once I eat, again I can be back to up. what kind of a biochemistry you enjoy, means what kind of a chemical combination you cherish in your biology is very important. If all the time you are enjoying only this acidity, eating without hunger or without the need for energy, just acidity. When you cherish incompletions about depression, when you cherish incompletions about various incomplete thought currents like a guilt, violence, the kind of agitation generated in your system, you get a false signal to your brain that it is hunger. Understand? If you just become integrated to your signals and thought current, you will not be obese, because you will stop getting the false signals that you are hungry. Lot of time, the false signals you are hungry because you are depressed. Because of your depression.
Here we have glimpses of Nithyananda Sangha through the Nithyananda times on this day. And in the year 2019, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded on the cosmic principle, Goshala, as per Vedagamic principles. During the everyday life public talk, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded on the life of Sri Krishna, who lived with Gopala, an absolute relaxed leisure lifestyle. Sri Krishna enjoyed the life with the cows and experienced enlightenment. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that cows are the abode of the goddess of wealth, untouched by sins, and are supreme. Donation of cows is superior to all others. Cows are supreme and sacred. He also announced that 1,000-acre land was donated for Nandi Sarvangapeetham, and to expect soon the grand inauguration of the world's largest Goshala as per Vedagamic principles, the Grand Nandi Sarvangapeetham. In the year 2020, on this day, KAILASA Department for Information Broadcasting, in collaboration with Sri KAILASA Uniting Nations for Peacekeeping, aimed at eradicating violence and promoting peace, telecasted the Nithyananda Satsang on your biology things, not just your neurology, revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. With this, we come to the last segment of today's program, which is the Paramashivoham Level 3 second season, which is happening for the second time this year after a 3-year gap. This program is one of the most awaited programs with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and is taking place between July 13th and August 3rd. The Paramashivoham program is an immersive 21-day awakening event to teach you the science of manifesting the ultimate consciousness in you. This Paramashivoham manifests the deep experience of 25 states of consciousness, vertical time zones, and power manifestation. Join us for this grand event by registering at kailasa.org/Paramashivoham. And so now with this takes us to the final segment of today's segment, which is leading you all into the meditation to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the Nithyananda Satsang. We request all our viewers to please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your Ananda Kanda. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism residing in your Ananda Kanda as Paramashiva with the 25 heads and 10 hands. Now, start chanting the Mahavakya mantra, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and allow the mantra to reverberate throughout your entire being. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न दातो न माता न बन्धुर्न दाता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न विद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव न जाया न विद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव गतस्त्वं त्वं एका भवानी गतस्त्वं त्वं एका
अरुणाचले अवेदभुजाम्बिके मधुरापुरी मीनाक्षी समयपुर इंद्राक्षी कांची कामाक्षी काशी विशालाक्षी कैलास ज्ञानाक्षी शिवशङ्करि शापविमोचनि शोकविनाशिनि शास्त्रते शिवसहिते शिवशम्भु शुभङ्करि शुम्भरि शुम्भपदास्तते सकलमनोहरि सुन्दरि सर्ववशङ्करि शङ्करतोषकृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्यसुमङ्गलि नित्यनितेश्वरि पालय करुणकटाक्षिणि सूक्ष्मविवेक्षणि काङ्क्षितसाक्षिणि सर्वकृते शुभजन शाश्वत मानस भावित कामित याचित पूर्णकृते सुकर सुखीकृत दुष्कर नाशकृते जननिन्दित क्रोधकृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्यसुमङ्गलि नित्यनितेश्वरि पालय माम्। अय्यनगे अभयेहमुदे अपराजित शक्तियुते हजिते शुभवरदे विभवे विमले कमले कमला
Om. Paramashiva's message directly from KAILASA. Guru Mantra, Guru Bija. Feeling connection with Guru, the integrity with Guru. Is the highest, best, direct way of manifesting Paramashivatva. Listen. I'll give you the brief history of the whole Sri Vidya Sampradaya. Then you will understand what Paramashiva means by this message. Listen carefully. I was telling you in the last initiation, first Sri Vidya Diksha, then Mahavidya, then Parashodasi. After Parashodasi, Tripura. This whole science is Shakta Sampradaya, Sri Vidya Sampradaya. Listen to the history. That is too important. How the Sri Vidya Sampradaya is given to the world. There was a time Sati did not obey Paramashiva and leaves Kailasa to attend Daksha Yajna. It is not about Daksha or Daksha Yajna. It's all about did not listened to Guru Vak, kept herself away from the Guru. Please understand. When grahas try to ruin your life, the first thing they do is move you away from Guru. They will somehow trigger the pattern exactly which keeps you away from Guru, not to be in touch with Guru. That's it. Then listen. The moment you are away from the Guru, gone. Anything can be done to you. If you know a little bit of astrology, you will know what I am saying. Only if the Brihaspati and Shukra are blacked, the other negative influences can happen on you. As long as Shukra and Guru are seeing you, you seeing them, no negativity can touch you. Understand? Even accidents will be converted into miracles. Please listen. Accident and miracle are actually one and the same. Both are surprise events. But the way it concludes, ends, will decide whether it is an accident in your life or a miracle in your life. If you are in touch with Guru, any accident, he will make it into miracle. If you are away from Guru, any miracle, it will end up as accident. That is the beauty of Guru Kripa. Listen. When you are with Guru, even if you suffer, all your negativity will be exhausted. You will reach enlightenment. When you are away from Guru, even if you are enjoying all the good karmas, it will generate more greed and lead you absolutely towards life negativity and end up in suicidal way. Away from Guru. What happened to Sati? Exactly the same thing happens. How? Sati ended up burning herself, suicide, and destroyed her parents and the whole Mayapuri, her parental kingdom. Listen, I'll tell you the whole story. Sati says, let's go to Daksha Yajna. Paramashiva says, not now, wait. Then she started denying Guru and said, at least let me go. He said, not now, wait. But somehow she got triggered, allowed herself to be triggered, decided to allow the triggering happen, denied Guru's words and walks away. You all should know, when she walked away from Guru's words, when she kept distance from Guru, when she moved out of KAILASA, even Nandi could not save her. Nandi was running behind her to protect, to save her. The grahas were so powerful. The moment she moved away from the Guru's words, they all started taking revenge. Sati had a ego satisfaction. I said no to Paramashiva, reclaimed my freedom. But the moment she entered Daksha Yajna, she faced the net trap she put herself. Listen. All the grahas don't give any negative results to you when you are with Guru, because he is protecting. If you move away from the Guru, all the grahas jump and take revenge. The way she was terrorized by the grahas, the ups and downs, she has no other choice other than giving up the body. She just died, gave up her body. That was too much. And Nandi could not save. Sati and Nandi gave such a loud voice. Shiva woke up from the samadhi and his fire came out as Veerabhadra. Straight went and killed Daksha, destroyed the whole Mayapuri. The present Haridwar, those days, Mayapur, Mayapura, Mayapuri. Whole thing. When you leave Guru, when you keep yourself away from Guru, only in suicide the karma will end. Because it will spiral down like a snowballing. One will lead to the other, one will lead to the other, one will lead to the other. Only in the suicide it will end. The moment she committed suicide, left the body, and Daksha was killed, the DNA disconnection has happened. Sati realized she is Paramashiva Shakti and reached KAILASA. Reached Paramashiva and started begging, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Begs Paramashiva to be accepted back in that pure conscious form. Naturally, in that pure conscious form, she is one with Paramashiva, beyond the body. Paramashiva says, teach what you learned from this whole episode to the world. She then teaches Shakta Sampradaya, Sri Vidya Sampradaya. This whole Shakta Sampradaya is given by her. She takes 10 form, Dasamaha Vidya, Kali, Tara, Rajarajeshwari, Bhuvaneshwari, Chinnamasta, Dhumavati, Mahashyamala, Kamalatmika.
all the 10 forms she manifests and teaches the signs to the world. 11 people received that signs. Agastya, Dattatreya, 11 people, including Sadashiva. So it became 11 Sampradaya. Dasamahavidya, Srividya Sampradaya, 11 Rishis. I received it from Sadashiva Parampara. My gurus belong to in that 11 Sampradaya, Sadashiva Parampara, Sadashiva Sampradaya. So when I do the Srividya, I chant Sadashiva Rushihi. From him, the Sampradaya came to me. So listen, the first thing Devi teaches, come what may, be with Guru. This whole Shakta Sampradaya is Guru-centric. That is why the ultimate bija, sound, is called Guru Mantra, Guru Bija. The 15th syllable is called Panchadashi. The 16th syllable is called Shodasi. That 16th syllable will vary to all the 11 Sampradayas. Each Sampradaya will have that 16th syllable unique to them, their Sampradaya. That is called Guru Bija or Guru Mantra. That 16th one you have to receive directly from Guru. Navagrahas, when they want to destroy you, the first thing they will do is move you away from Guru. That's it. Stop you being in touch with Guru. That's all. Then your health is gone, wealth is gone, all decisions you make will end up only in suicide. Till then it won't end. Like how Sati, just one crime she did, keeping away from Paramashiva, she lost her life and she killed her father. She killed the whole kingdom, her kingdom. She herself became death for her whole kingdom, the Mayapura. Because when Veerabhadra came, he finished the whole thing off. Nothing was left. After Devi revealed the signs, Srividya to the world, Paramashiva became cool and he accepts her back and asks her to assume another body as Parvati. Then he sends Veerabhadra to give the life back to Daksha. But by the time the Veerabhadra's fire in that Homagni, Daksha's head was burnt, then Paramashiva himself comes to give life back to Daksha by fixing a goat head. Because the head was already burnt, it was not available.
Come what may, don't keep away from Guru. Be in touch. Be connected. You will experience everything rightly. Even if you think there is a pain, it will only be exhausting the bad karmas. Even what you think as accident will end up as miracle. When you are keeping yourself away from the Guru, even what you think as miracles will end up as accident. Now I'm going to give you the 16th syllable, Mahavidya initiation. Get ready. I'll initiate Mahavidya Shodasi. Now, in the next session, Parashodasi. Then the next to Parashodasi is Tripura. Tripura Sundari, Tripureshwari, Tripura Bhairavi. First, Shri Vidya. In Shri Vidya, manifestation of Parabrahma Swarupini, Mahasaraswati. Now, Mahavidya, along with Parandama Swarupini, Mahalakshmi, then Parashodasi. Next session will be Parashodasi, along with Paramashiva Swarupini, Paramashakti, then Tripurambika, Tripura Sundari, means all these three put together. In English and Sanskrit both, the word three means the same meaning, three. All these three put together. The Parabrahma Swarupini, Mahasaraswati, Parandama Swarupini, Mahalakshmi, Paramashiva Swarupini, Paramashakti, all these three put together is Tripura Sundari, Tripura Bhairavi, will go by step next as the Sadashiva Sampradaya of Sri Vidya. As I received, I'll share with you all. The Sadashiva Sampradaya of Sri Vidya elaborately gives the Tripura Rahasya, the secret of this great Shakta Sampradaya. So now, receive the initiation. You will manifest Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi, wealth. Not only you will manifest Mahavidya, you will manifest wealth. This initiation is for manifesting Paramashivatva powers, mainly focused on wealth. Because now I will be invoking Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi. So she can shower all the wealth, all the aspects of wealth on all of us. Parabrahma Swarupini Mahasaraswati, Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi, Paramashiva Swarupini Paramashakti. All these three put together is Tripura Bhairavi. Parapattariga, Mahakameshwari, Tripura Sundari, Tripurambigayai, Tripurayai, Paramashiva Shakti. Now, sit. You don't need to keep your eyes closed. You can keep your eyes open. I'll invoke Parandama Swarupini, Mahalakshmi, and the Mahavidya, Shodasi, all the 16 sacred sounds. So your very DNA can reverberate with this Mahavidya initiation. Om, 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 Ka, E, E, La, Hrim, Ha, Sa, Ka, Ha, La, Hrim, Sa, Ka, La, Hrim. Om, 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 Om.
शिवशक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तप्रभवितुं न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि अतस्त्वामाराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिरपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृतपुण्यप्रभवति तनीयां सम्पांसुं तव चरणपङ्केरुहभवं विरिञ्चे सञ्चिन्वन् विरचयति लोकानविकलं वहत्येनं शौरी सहस्रेण शिरसां हरसं शुद्ध्यैनं भजति भासितो धूलनविधिम् अविद्यानामन्तस्तिमिरमिहिरद्वीपनगरी जटानां चैतन्यस्तबकमकरन्दश्रुतिचरी दरिद्राणां चिन्तामणि गुणनिका जन्मजलधौ निमग्नानां दंष्ट्रामुररिपुवराहस्य भवति वदन्यपाणिभ्यामभयवरदो दैवतगण त्वमेका नैवासि प्रकटितवराभीत्यभिनया भयात्रातुं दातुं फलमपि च वाञ्छासमधिकम् शरण्ये लोकानां तव हि शरणावेव निपुणौ हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणत जन सौभाग्य जननीं पुरानारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् सरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा प्रतिनयनलेखेन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्तः प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम् मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखा वसन्त सामन्तो मलय मरुता योधनरथ तथापेक सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपागात् लगा जगदितमनङ्गो विजयते कनत्काञ्चीधाम करिकलभकुम्भस्तननथा परीक्षीण परिणत शरच्चन्द्रवदना धनुर्बाणान् पाशं शृणिमपि ददाना करतलै पुरस्तादियास्तां न पुरमथितुराहो पुरुषिका सुधा सिन्धोर्मध्ये सुरविडपिवाटी परिवृते मणिद्वीपे नीपोपवनवती चिन्तामणिगृहे शिवाकारे मञ्चे परमशिवपर्यङ्कनिलयां भजन्ति त्वं धन्या कतिचन चिदानन्दलहरीं महीमूलाधारे गमपि मणिपूरे हुतमहं स्थितं स्वाधिष्ठाने हृदि मरुतमाकाशमुपरि मनोऽपि भ्रुमध्ये सकलमपि भेत्वा कुलप्रदं सहस्रारे पद्मे सहरहसि पत्या विहरसे सुधाधारा सारैश्वरणयुगलान्तर्विगलितैः प्रपञ्चं सिञ्चन्ति पुनरपि रसां नायमहसः अवाप्य स्वां भूमिं भुजगनिभममत्युष्टवलयं स्वमात्मानं कृत्वा स्वपिशिकुलकुण्डे कुहरिणी चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोर्नवभिरपि मूलप्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत्वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेकाभिः सार्धं तव चरणकोणा परिणताः सौन्दर्यं तु हि न गिरिकन्ये तुलयितुं कवीन्द्रा कल्पन्ते कथमपि विरिञ्च प्रभृतय यदा लोकौत्सुक्यादवरललनायान्ति मनसा तपोभिर्दुष्प्रापामपि गिरिशसायुज्य पदवीं नरं वर्षीयां संनयन विरसं नर्मसुजडं तवापाङ्गलोके पतितमनुधावन्ति शतश गलदेणीबन्धा कुचकलशमेश्वस्तनिच्छया हठात्रेड्यकाञ्चो विगणितदुकूला युवतय श्रितौ षट्पञ्चाशद्विसमधिकपञ्चाशदुदके हुताशे द्वाषष्टिश्चतुरधिकपञ्चाशदनिले द्विविधिं षट्त्रिंशन्मनसि च चतुष्षष्टिरिति ये अयोगास्तेषामप्युपरि तव पादाम्बुजयुगम् शरज्योत्स्ना शुद्धां शशियुतजटाजूटमकुटाम् भरद्रा मन्त्राणस्फटिकघटिका पुस्तककराम् सकृन्नत्वा नत्वा कथमिव सतां सन्निदधते मधुक्षीरद्राक्षा मधुरि
काली तारा राजराजेश्वरी भुवनेश्वरी भैरवी चिन्नमस्ता धूमावती बगलामुखी राजश्यामला महाश्यामला कमलात्मिका चिन्नमस्ता ओम 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 परंदाम स्वरूपिणी महालक्ष्मी परंदाम स्वरूपिणी कमलात्मिका manifest wealth for all. Om Om Om
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्री लक्ष्मी सहस्रनामावली। पद्मनाभप्रियां देवीं पद्माक्षीं पद्मवासिनीं पद्मवक्त्रां पद्महस्तां वन्दे पद्मामहर्निशम् पूर्णेन्दुवदनां दिव्यरत्नाभरणभूषितां वरदाभयहस्ताढ्यां ध्यायेत् चन्द्रसहोदरीम् इच्छारूपां भगवतः सच्चिदानन्दरूपिणीं सर्वज्ञां सर्वजननीं विष्णुपक्षस्थलालयां दयालुमनीषं ध्यायेत् सुखसिद्धिस्वरूपिणी। ॐ नित्यागतायै नमः। ॐ आनन्दनित्यायै नमः। ॐ नन्दिन्यै नमः। ॐ जलरञ्जन्यै नमः। ॐ नित्यप्रकाशिन्यै नमः। ॐ स्वप्रकाशस्वरूपिण्यै नमः। ॐ நமக ஓம் சிவாயை நமக ஓம் வாக்தேவ்யை நமக ஓம் மகாராத்ரை நமக ஓம் காலராத்ரை நமக ஓம் त्रिलोचनायै नमः ओम भद्रकाल्यै नमः ओम कराल्यै नमः ओम महाकाल्यै नमः ओम तिलोत्तमायै नमः ओम काल्यै नमः ओम करालम्बत्रान्तायै नमः कामाक्षै नमः ओम कामदायै नमः ओम शुभायै नमः ओम चण्डिकायै भगवत्यै नमः ओम दुर्गायै नमः ओम दाक्षायण्यै नमः ओम शिवायै नमः ओम प्रत्यङ्गरायै नमः ओम धरायै नमः ओम केलायै नमः ओम लोकमात्रे नमः ओम हरिप्रियायै नमः ओम पार्वत्यै नमः ओम परमायै नमः ओम देव्यै नमः ओम ब्रह्म विद्याप्रदायिन्यै नमः ओम अरूपायै नमः ओम बहुरूपायै नमः ओम विरूपायै नमः ओम विश्वरूपिण्यै नमः ओम पंचभूमात्मिकायै नमः ओम वाण्यै नमः ओम पंचभूतात्मिकायै नमः ओम परायै नमः ओम कालिन्यै नमः ओम पंचिकायै नमः ओम वाग्मै नमः ओम हविषे नमः ओम प्रत्यधिदेवतायै नमः ओम देवमात्रे नमः ओम सुरेशानायै नमः ओम वेदगर्भायै नमः ओम अंबिकायै नमः ओम धृतये नमः ओम संख्यायै नमः ओम जातये नमः ओम क्रियाशक्त्यै नमः ओम प्रकृत्यै नमः ओम मोहिन्यै नमः ओम मग्यै नमः ओम यज्ञविद्यायै नमः ओम महाविद्यायै नमः ओम गुह्यविद्यायै नमः ओम विभावत्यै नमः ओम ज्योतिष्मत्यै नमः ओम महामात्रे नमः ओम सर्वमन्त्रफलप्रदायै नमः ओम दारिद्र्यध्वंसिन्यै नमः ओम देव्यै नमः ओम हृदयग्रन्थिभेदिन्यै नमः ओम सहस्रादित्यसङ्कासायै नमः ओम चन्द्रिकायै नमः ओम चन्द्ररूपिण्यै नमः ओम गायत्र्यै नमः ओम सोमसम्भूत्यै नमः ओम सावित्र्यै नमः ओम प्रणवात्मिकायै नमः ओम शान्त्यै नमः ओम वैष्णव्यै नमः ओम भ्राम्यै नमः ओम सर्वदेव नमस्कृतायै नमः ओम दुर्गायै नमः ओम कुबेराक्षै नमः ओम करवीरनिवासिन्यै नमः ओम जयायै नमः ओम विजयायै नमः ओम जयन्त्यै नमः ओम अपराजितायै नमः ओम कुब्जिकायै नमः ओम कालिकायै नमः ओम शास्त्रे नमः ओम वीणा पुस्तकधारिण्यै नमः ओम सर्वज्ञशक्त्यै नमः ओम श्रीशक्त्यै नमः ओम ब्रह्म विष्णु शिवात्मिकायै नमः ओम इडा पिङ्गलिका मध्य मृणाली तन्तुरूपिण्यै नमः पर्वतवासिन्यै नमः ॐ वेदशास्त्रप्रदायिन्यै नमः ॐ वैद्यै नमः ॐ षडङ्गादिपदक्रमायै नमः ॐ शिवायै नमः ॐ दात्रे नमः ॐ शुभानन्दायै नमः ॐ यज्ञकर्मस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ व्रतिन्यै नमः ॐ वेनकायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ ब्रह्माण्यै नमः ॐ ब्रह्मचारिण्यै नमः ॐ एकाक्षरपरायै नमः ॐ तारायै नमः ॐ भवबन्धविनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ विश्वम्भरायै नमः ॐ धराधारायै नमः ॐ निराधारायै नमः ॐ अधिकस्वरायै नमः ॐ रागायै नमः ॐ कुक्वे नमः ॐ अमावास्यायै नमः ॐ पूर्णिमायै नमः ॐ मनुमत्यै नमः ॐ द्युत्यै नमः ॐ सिनीवाल्यै नमः ॐ शिवायै नमः ॐ नमस्यायै नमः ॐ वैक्ष्मदेव्यै नमः ॐ विशङ्गिलायै नमः ॐ पिप्पलायै नमः ॐ विशालाक्ष्यै नमः ॐ रक्षोज्ञै नमः ॐ वृष्टिकारिण्यै नमः ॐ दुष्टविद्राविण्यै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ सर्वोपद्रवनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ शारदायै नमः ॐ सरसन्धानायै नमः ॐ सर्वशास्त्रस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ युद्धमध्यस्थितायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ सर्वभूतप्रभञ्जन्यै नमः ॐ अयुद्धायै नमः ॐ युद्धरूपायै नमः ॐ शान्तायै नमः ॐ शान्तिस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ गङ्गायै नमः ॐ सरस्वत्यै नमः ॐ वेण्यै नमः ॐ यमुनायै नमः ॐ नर्मदायै नमः ॐ आपगायै नमः ॐ समुद्रवसनावासायै नमः ॐ पञ्चवक्त्रायै नमः ॐ दशभुजायै नमः ॐ शुद्धस्फटिकसन्निधायै नमः ॐ रक्तायै नमः ॐ कृष्णायै नमः ॐ सितायै नमः ॐ पीतायै नमः ॐ सर्ववर्णायै नमः ॐ निरीश्वर्यै नमः ॐ कालिकायै नमः ॐ चक्रिकायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ सत्तायै नमः ॐ वटुकायै नमः ॐ स्थितायै नमः ॐ शान्तायै नमः ॐ भञ्जिकायै नमः ॐ भयभञ्जिकायै नमः ॐ कौशिक्यै नमः ॐ वैदिक्यै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ सौर्यै नमः ॐ रूपाधिकायै नमः ॐ अतिवासे नमः ॐ दिग्वस्त्रायै नमः ॐ विवस्त्रायै नमः ॐ कन्यकायै नमः ॐ कमलोद्भवायै नमः ॐ श्रियै नमः ॐ सौम्यलक्षणायै नमः ॐ अतीतदुर्गायै नमः ॐ सूत्रप्रबोधिकायै नमः ॐ श्रद्धायै नमः ॐ मेघायै नमः ॐ कृत्यै नमः ॐ प्रज्ञायै नमः ॐ धारणायै नमः ॐ कान्त्यै नमः ॐ श्रुत्यै नमः ॐ स्मृतये नमः ॐ धृतये नमः ॐ धन्यायै नमः ॐ भूतये नमः ॐ इष्ट्यै नमः ॐ मनीषिण्यै नमः ॐ विरक्त्यै नमः ॐ व्यापिन्यै नमः ॐ मायायै नमः ॐ सर्वमायाप्रभञ्जन्यै नमः ॐ माहेन्द्रै नमः ॐ मन्त्रिण्यै नमः ॐ सिंह्यै नमः ॐ इन्द्रजालस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ अवस्थात्रयनिर्मुक्तायै नमः ॐ ईषणत्रयनिर्मुक्तायै नमः ॐ गुणत्रयनिर्मुक्तायै नमः ॐ सर्वरोगविवर्जितायै नमः ॐ योगध्यानानन्दगम्यायै नमः ॐ योगध्यानपरायणायै नमः ॐ त्रयीशिखाविशेषज्ञायै नमः ॐ वेदान्तज्ञानरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ भारत्यै नमः ॐ अमलायै नमः ॐ भाषायै नमः ॐ पद्मायै नमः ॐ पद्मावत्यै नमः ॐ कृतये नमः ॐ गौतम्यै नमः ॐ गोमत्यै नमः ॐ गौर्यै नमः ॐ ईशानायै नमः ॐ हंसवाहिन्यै नमः ॐ नारायण्यै नमः ॐ प्रभादारायै नमः ॐ जाह्नव्यै नमः ॐ शङ्करात्मजायै नमः ॐ चित्रघण्टायै नमः ॐ सुनन्दायै नमः ॐ श्रियै नमः ॐ मानव्यै नमः ॐ अनुसम्भवायै नमः ॐ स्ताम्भिन्यै नमः ॐ क्षोभिन्यै नमः ॐ मार्यै नमः ॐ ब्राह्मिण्यै नमः ॐ शत्रुमारिण्यै नमः ॐ मोहिन्यै नमः ॐ द्वेषिण्यै नमः ॐ वीरायै नमः ॐ अघोरायै नमः ॐ रुद्ररूपिण्यै नमः ॐ पुण्यायै नमः ॐ कल्याण्यै नमः ॐ लाभकारिण्यै नमः ॐ देवदुर्गायै नमः ॐ महादूतायै नमः ॐ स्वप्नदुर्गायै नमः ॐ अष्टभैरव्यै नमः ॐ सूर्यचन्द्राग्निरूपायै नमः ॐ ग्रहनक्षत्ररूपिण्यै नमः ॐ बिन्दुनादकलातीतायै नमः ॐ बिन्दुनादकलात्मिकायै नमः ॐ दशवायुजयाकारायै नमः ॐ कलाषोडशसंयुतायै नमः ॐ कश्यप्यै नमः ॐ कमलायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ नादचक्रनिवासिन्यै नमः ॐ मृठाधारायै नमः ॐ स्थिरायै नमः ॐ गुह्यायै नमः ॐ देविकायै नमः ॐ चक्ररूपिण्यै नमः ॐ अविद्यायै नमः सुरनिबर्हिण्यै नमः ॐ श्रीकायायै नमः ॐ श्रीकलायै नमः ॐ शुभ्रायै नमः ॐ कर्मनिर्मूलकारिण्यै नमः ॐ आदिलक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ गुणाधारायै नमः ॐ पञ्चब्रह्मात्मिकायै नमः ॐ परायै नमः ॐ श्रुतये नमः ॐ ब्रह्ममुखावासायै नमः ॐ सर्वसम्पत्तिरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ मृगसञ्जीवन्यै नमः ॐ मैत्र्यै नमः ॐ कामिन्यै नमः ॐ कामवर्जितायै नमः ॐ निर्वाणार्गलायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ हंसिन्यै नमः ॐ काशिकायै नमः ॐ क्षमायै नमः ॐ सर्पयायै नमः ॐ गुणिन्यै नमः ॐ भिन्नायै नमः ॐ निर्गुणायै नमः ॐ अखण्डितायै नमः ॐ शुभायै नमः ॐ स्वामिन्यै नमः ॐ वेदिन्यै नमः ॐ शक्यायै नमः ॐ साम्बर्यै नमः ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै नमः ॐ दण्डिन्यै नमः ॐ मुण्डिन्यै नमः ॐ व्याघ्र्यै नमः ॐ शिखिन्यै नमः ॐ सोमसंहतये नमः ॐ चिन्तामण्ये नमः ॐ चिदानन्दायै नमः ॐ पञ्चबाणप्रबोधिन्यै नमः ॐ बाणक्षेणये नमः ॐ सहस्राक्ष्यै नमः ॐ सहस्रभुजपादुकायै नमः ॐ सन्ध्याबालायै नमः ॐ
Om, Om,
सहस्रनारायणाय नमः
Om,
ॐ
Om, 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 Om. As a living manifestation, Paramavatara of Paramashiva, bless you all. Parandama Shakti, Mahalakshmi will manifest in all your lives, shower you with wealth in all forms. Om, Om, Om. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddha-Advaita Saivam, Paramadvaitam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, Shibhutam Bhavaditam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. Science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The pramanas, the authenticity of the power manifestation session, is given by all these pramanas, the evidences. Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Vedagama stand as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, the authentic time-tested compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters who have demonstrated all these powers, and which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, with Atma Pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. And Shakshi Pramana, manifestation and experience of the Guru's initiation in the disciple of a particular lineage which is demonstrable to the world. And Pratyaksha Pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. All these pramanas gives us a beautiful cognitive shift for us to experience the deeper science. For the power of Akashic reading is taken from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61.
For the power of remote viewing or Akashic reading is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyam kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma sakshana devi Bhairavam vapurapnuyat Akasham vimalam pashyam Kritva drishtim nirantaram Sabdhatma sakshana devi Bhairavam vapurapnuyat.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the skies and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the power of third eye, without blinking continuously, and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In the very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and power of infinite space, Bhairava. Bhagavan Paramashiva gives us step by step how we can experience our infinite space. How, when we are in deep sleep, there is no random eye movement, and there is no body movement, and there is no thought, completely thoughtless, no eye movement, and there is no body movement, and we are in the space of consciousness. But we are unaware of that. Can we experience that in this reality, what we are experiencing? Absolutely. We have the beautiful meditation called Vipassana, where they make us sit without even the eye movement or the lid movement or the body movement. And all this greater science, which again puts us, the yoga, which puts us to all this movement, the cessation of these movements, which makes us understand the deeper truth. Once Bhagavan asked his yoga guru why he should sit and meditate for long hours. And his yoga guru beautifully explained how you sleep for 8 hours. You have few moments of these deep sleep moments where you don't have the random eye movement and you are in deep samadhi. Same way, when you are meditating for so many hours, you experience the glimpse of the higher space where it's beyond this movement of the mind, where it is a consciousness. And you experience the consciousness as energy, as a frequency, even in this reality, which is the higher intelligence where we can manifest all these greater powers. And not only that, we get to know our past, present, and future. Past is nothing but how we existed, which is constantly driving us again and again into that. And the future is the default future from the past, what we have experienced, because what mind reflects in our brain is what projected in our life. When the mind is dropped, there is no thoughts, and the consciousness reflects in our brain, we start manifesting the higher intelligence and manifest the greater powers. Whenever we are only the mind is reflecting, we are in this materialistic world, what we understand comparative reality. When we are in steady and motionless, how it says, we are able to map the consciousness into our brain. The superconscious mutation happens because of Bhagwan's initiation, and because of Bhagwan's grace, we start manifesting as powers. And here beautifully, Bhagwan gives us the Apta Pramana, how Karna was born with a kavacha as Damo Dhava in his previous birth, and how he reincarnated as Karna with the same kavacha. Same thing as Naranarayana, the previous birth, and the current birth as Arjuna and Krishna. All this was recorded in Mahabharata, how they happened before and how they were reincarnated at the same way, and the same thing happens to them when they go through their life, and how the past reflects in our future. Bhagavan here beautifully speaks on the Nadi reading, the past, how it was read for Bhagavan. Let's listen to that.
Reading, you know, it's so magical, mystical, or such deep. You know, I just sent my thumbprint to my mother 2 years ago, and she had the Nari reading. How do they find out who my mother is, my father is, my wife is, my kids are?
I think traditionally those few masters like a Bruhu, Sugar, Agastya had mastered the science like a mirror which will reflect Akashic records. Those leaves are not ordinary leaves, because not once, at least twice I got old. Once when I was 14-year-old boy, we went to this Vaidishwaran temple. We all went inside the temple, had darshan and came out. My father is a great believer of all this. So he went with the priest, and the priest took him to his house, which is just next to the temple. And that temple belongs to a monastery, which is our family monastery, like Madhurayadinam. And it's under Madhurayadinam, that temple. So we went and sat there. My mother, myself, and my younger brother, elder brother, all of us gave the thumb. Last I gave, he gave leaves for all of them and started reading out. His son and his younger brother read for each one. His son read for my mother, and he was reading for my father, and his younger brother read for my elder brother. Like this, they were sitting and reading. And finally my thumb he took and brought the leaf. The moment he came out with the leaf, he said, he is a sannyasi, an incarnation, so we have no leaf for him. He has a free will to decide his life. And whenever this kind of impression comes, we are supposed to do Pada Puja and offer things. Whatever today, that day he got, he gave the whole thing to me. And anyhow, that was not convincing for me. I asked for a leaf, that where it says very clearly. When I took the leaf, I understood very clearly my mother's name, the father's name, my grandfather's name, and even the name Nithyananda. That time I have not assumed this name. I have not assumed the name. That time I had the name given by my parents and one initiation name given by my guru. Of course, I heard this word from Arunagiri Yogeshwara, but I have not assumed it as my name. And like if you show a mirror and how it will change whatever is above, like that I saw very clearly it was changing. And now for Biddi temple, we want to get the details. I wanted to get the details. Usually, whenever I take this major decision, not only I sit with my intuition, I try to find one more reference. See, even when some people come and ask me, should I marry or not and all that, if they are going to listen to my instruction, I will also be that responsible. So I tell them, please get me your horoscope also. I get, not apart from my intuition, I'll have one more scriptural reference. Only then finally I'll give them the conclusion. So with that Biddi temple, I want to do the same thing. Because I don't want anybody to demolish tomorrow the idea of my experience and pull the whole thing down. For example, this many religions founded by one master, if you just demolish and establish that person was never enlightened, whole religion collapses. But Hinduism doesn't have that problem. Understand? Because the Dhamma, the Atma Pramana and Apta Pramana always matches, correlates. So I wanted the whole thing to be established with both the documents, Atma Pramana and Apta Pramana. Apta means rishis, the traditional great masters Pramana. So that's why I wanted these leaves for this temple. So when we went and this guy read out and gave us some 13 different places where we have to dig and get the material. So during that time also I told, give me the leaf. He said, Swamiji, when you ask, how can I say no? Please take the whole thing. And he sent one full suitcase. And first one set, I read the information and copied it. Like a scanned and read out and recorded. Then the second set of questions, the same leaf I am picking and just the words are changing. And I don't know how to, even for you guys, I know how difficult it is for you guys to believe. But what I am saying is with all my integrity. That's all I can say. Nothing else. I don't have any other proof. But finally we have the leaf now with us. The first set of scanning we have. Second set, same leaf. Second set of scanning is different. I have. So somehow I feel this bunch of leaves created by them are more like a mirror of the cosmic archives.
Makes sense.
That is why the other guys who don't have the original leaf are not able to do it authentically. You understand?
Yes.
Only the traditional guys are able to do it authentically.
Swamiji, it was done 22 years ago. It also talked about my past life. It also talked about my present life. It also talked about my future life. Future life is life that hasn't happened yet. Very accurately, where they did say, I will lose my older sister to multiple sclerosis. She'll be having a lot of money spent for her cure and all that. It's happened. She's passed away. But they did say that I have to go to Tirupati, Balaji, and do my case. I did that for the Upai. And then they did say that I will lose my parents. Now, I don't know, because you are my guru. They're living, both of them, today. In February, my father, when he turned 89, he got ill. And I had just returned from Puerto Rico on a company trip, and I got to Dallas, and I got a message that my father's ill. He's giving up on life. He put the covers on him. He said, I'm nauseated. I want to take my life. And then the very next day, I got on the flight. I did from LA to Delhi, I was only chanting your name because I'm submerged and merged just like Arunagiri Yogi. You're the only Ishta Devta I have. Because every day is a boon to me. Every day is a miracle to me. So when I got to Delhi, he wasn't eating. I said, you know, just like you take care of a child, I had to raise him up. And I sent you a personal message. You said, Tapastu. I raised his back. I put my foot on his back. I said, Dad, here, you got to drink liquids. So I gave him Ensure. I gave him glucose. Now, that was February. We're almost end of the year. He has more spunk. He has more fire in him. He wants to go to Rishikesh. He was not going to the kitchen to make tea for my mother, which he did every morning as a ritual, and fresh coconut. He's doing that again now. And I want to thank you so much.
I'll take care. I'll take care of him.
And I'm going there now after this.
Blessings.
Thanks, Swamiji. Because that Nari reading said that I will lose my parents, is it because maybe my DNA is merged with
See,
you?
I can say the Guru can intervene and change even the Brahma's handwriting. As I said, Brahma's handwriting can be wiped by the Guru's leg. And I'll wipe it and I'll clear it, don't worry.
Two more things. One, not happy with where I am. You know that. She's not happy with the business the way it is right now.
I'll take care of that.
Well, I have no questions. That's why I'm here. To me, this is more important than anything else. Like in your throne, there's no more room for anybody else other than Arunagiri Yogi. In my throne, everything else other than you is just a sidekick. Well, I think I'm immersed in you and you're immersed in me. So that's the space I reside in. But Swamiji, there is, every time I have gone through these processes, I have had such a fulfilled life. I've said this invariable times. Swamiji, I have no desires. I have no wishes. I did send you an email when I did your End Wealth program that everything I wished for, everything I dreamed of, everything that I have hoped for, you've delivered way beyond what I've asked for. I asked for son-in-law, you delivered. Because my daughter only wanted a tall, handsome doctor.
Order. Made per order.
Yeah, I did the 40 days of prayer and fasting, and because you came into the place between my home and my office, I can't help but go to Abhishekam to your Shivalinga. So after the 40 days of prayer and fasting, I only met you first time when you did the discourse at the LA temple, but that night when you came into the Sabha, and you know how you walk? You don't walk, you float. And you were wearing all white. That was the first time my eyes met your eyes, and I said out loud, मेरे को साक्षात भगवान के दर्शन हो गए हैं. And Swamiji, I was bawling like a child. I profusely was crying, and this lady standing next to me says, "Why are you crying?" I said, I found God.
So beautiful. Bhagwan's beautiful leelas to manifest in each of our life. Here, the Balasans are sharing their experience of Akashic reading and with their previous birth, how they experienced Bhagwan as Meenakshi and other beautiful space. Here is a beautiful clipping on the Balasans sharing.
Nithyanandam, my name is Lopamudra. I'm a Balasant of Nithyananda Gurukul. And I get to witness this whole Akashic reading every day. And once all the Balasants of Nithyananda Gurukul, we all even had an opportunity to go ask about the past life of all of us. And each one of us had different readings. Actually, this whole Akashic readings itself is not just what is going to happen in your future, or not just what has happened just in this life. The past is inclusive of whatever has happened in your past lives also. So we all got an opportunity to go and ask in the Akashic readings of what kind of past lives that we all had. And when I asked about my past life, I got to know that past 3 lives I was living with Swamiji, and in one of the life I was living with Meenakshi herself. And there are still physical witnesses of what all I have went through, the experiences that I had. There are physical witness that I was there in that past life. Like when I had my Akashic reading read, that time Kalabhira told me that I was with Meenakshi in my last birth, where I was serving for her. And once while I was sitting in a very personal, intimate moment with her, she gave me a boon. And once she gave me the boon was so powerful that tears rolled out of my eyes, and it touched Meenakshi's feet. And once they touched Meenakshi's feet, they bloomed into 3 lotuses. And those 3 lotuses, in that birth itself, I took it and kept it in that Madurai Garbha Mandir. So when it was kept there, until the time Meenakshi left her body, it was there fresh as it was kept, like as if it was kept now only. Throughout the whole time, it was fresh. And after she left her body, it turned into a stone. Even now, if you go into that Garbha Mandir, if you go inside and see, right below Meenakshi's deity, there are those 3 lotuses, which I had kept in my last birth. This is just one small revelation that I had about my my previous birth. And that brought such powerfulness in me. Like, I came to know I was really living with Meenakshi, serving her, and even so many different mystical things have happened, which is still there. The physical witness is still there. Not just me, there are so many people. One Balasant had the Akashic reading where her whole deity is carved and kept in the Meenakshi temple. Even today, if you go to the Meenakshi temple, you'll be able to see it. And like there's so many different, there's so many Balasants were serving Meenakshi, and so many people were there like as protecting Meenakshi, being in the war field with her. And the people who are having like birthmarks even now, which they had in their past birth, even now in this birth they're carrying that same birthmark. Which the people, actually when the Balasants reveal all these Akashic readings, they don't know about us, they don't know so many things about us. Who know what lotus is there in the Madurai Garbha Mandir? Even the priest there, only if they carefully notice, they'll see, because they're down a small 3 lotuses. And when the Akashic reading was revealed, it was told exactly that these 3 lotuses were there. So like this, each one of us had so many different past experiences revealed to us. And there are so many people where, like one Balasant, just by doing yoga, she built temples. So like this, and because of that, that same power is there even now, that even now she's so flexible. Any asana you give her, she'll be able to immediately do it. So like this, so many things are waiting. Like if you get to hear your past life, you will know how many mystical experiences that you're having, and how many different things are there which is locked within yourself. So this is just one aspect that I wanted to share about Akashic reading. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Such a beautiful space of the Balasants sharing the Akashic reading. Now, what are we going to do is read the past, and Paramashiva is going to reveal the past. What is the point of reading the past? All that we don't even remember, like even 3 days back, what we ate for our lunch or dinner. If he asked us to write, we have forgotten. But Bhagavan can narrate every minute of his life perfectly, because he lives as consciousness and radiates as consciousness, lives in the present moment and experience that very great space. So all of us can experience that when we connect to our inner space of the present moment and establish ourselves as Paramashiva. Bhagavan says that future is default future based on our past. That is why sometimes they read the Nadi and say, oh, this is not the same what is happening in our life. That's because the change that we carry in our mind reflects in the outer world, and the change reflects as what we want. Again and again, how we can experience the future as the possibility as Paramashiva's manifestation, even the past can change and heal us so that we can experience the deeper and deeper truth, experiencing the higher dimensions. Here we can write the past incidents of the partner, your friends, families, and write down the instant detail, whatever Paramashiva is showing, that not only heals them, their past, also heals you by doing all this process. Every time you are scanning somebody, it's not just somebody, but your own self as the other person. When you heal the other person and start sharing all this great truth that Paramashiva is revealing and contributing into their life, it is you who is actually getting more and more blissful space where you reflect consciousness directly and you experience the deeper truth, deeper bliss, auspiciousness, abundance in your life. So all that we are going to do is apply the Jnananjan on your third eye, on your temple, on the Paramashiva Shila, and use this Paramashiva Shila for whatever you ask. You write all the piece of paper and keep it under that, the questions. And whatever it reveals, read it from that, or you can read from Atmamurti, and Atmamurti even shows in golden letters all these greater readings, which are already available in the cosmos. It is clearly, now science is clearly saying that everything is recorded and everything is available for us to experience the knowledge from just tapping the higher intelligence. So now all that we are going to do that is by holding the space of oneness. Sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. Sit with 25 heads, 75 eyes and 50 hands. Unclutch from everything that you know as you. Sorry for the technical glitch. Sorry. Absolute unclutching to experience the state of Paramashiva, complete completion, that everything other than consciousness, Paramashiva, complete with that, make it redundant, irrelevant, so that you feel that complete space of oneness with Paramashiva. And chant the Mahavakya again and again. When we chant the Mahavakya, the frequency of us raises and manifests as powers. So all that we need to do is, whenever the listening is there, deeper and deeper we get into the higher dimensions, the vertical time zone, experiencing beyond time, and we can download any information which is so critical to our life. So all that we are going to do is put away everything, especially your gadgets, chant the Mahavakya for few minutes intensely with the intense listening, not letting any of the thoughts disturb. Don't get carried with a thought. Again and again, bring yourself back to listening and deeply surrender and disappear into Paramashiva. Paramashiva is the ultimate space, and that is what Paramashiva has initiated, and he is more present here than all of us, manifesting through all of us. All we need to do is unclutch to experience him more and more deeper in deep gratitude. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya to manifest the power of Akashic reading.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes. Whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and whatever your partner is saying authentically correct, you can share that, or whatever you have experienced perfectly that it appeared and you can verify the data correctly, you can post that details in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. Again and again, when you share and contribute to others' life, is nothing but contributing to your own life. Extreme causing is extreme power manifestation. Extreme manifestation is extreme causing. Bhagavan Paramashiva has given us all the ways to raise ourselves as consciousness, as Paramashiva. Again and again, telling that to the world and calling our friends and families again and again to follow the Charya Pada is the greatest gift that you can give to anyone. With that, let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagwan's lotus feet in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagwan for all the gifts from Kailasha for each one of us every single day. And thanking all of you for following the Guruvak as life and following the Charyapada, yoga, puja, detoxing yourself, satsang, initiation, and power manifestation is the ultimate gift that you can give yourself and others. Thank you for being here and sharing all these truths to the world. And with that, now let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Let's sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. Chant the Purna Mantra. Holding the powerful cognition, Paramashiva is real in my thought, word, and action, seeing everybody, everything as Paramashiva as my reality. Now let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. The next session will be after the satsang. You can join in through eCitizen for more power manifestation. Thank you, Nithyanandam.